Today marks 1427 days share lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dream, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about seven truths about stepping back, having a step backwards. I think that every single person in life will experience stepping backwards or making a step that is backwards, not forward. Such an interesting thing. We always want to move forward, but life is life. Life moves in cycles. Life moves in moving two steps forward, one step back, two steps forward, one step back. Sometimes you move five steps forward, four steps back, and of course, when you really make 9 steps forward and 8 steps back, those 8 steps could be devastating and could be terrible. But I think that is very, very important to remember that, and I think that it needs to be a humble ourselves because we do not have control of everything. We're able to control ourselves. We're able to control how we respond. We're able to control our inner peace. But external things could not be controlled, only influenced by our decisions and our actions. So today we'll share 7 truths about stepping back, what we need to consider, what is important about moving backwards. So first one is not failure, it's a strategy. It's not failure, it's a strategy. And it might be that, for example, probably one of the best examples is career. It might be that you are director in a small company and say that I will become a manager in a big corporation. And some might say like, look, you were a director, but now you're a manager. So that means that you moved step backwards from a director to a manager. But the potential of that manager moving to director in different company is high. So I mean, sometimes, of course, it will be a risk, but it's a strategy, not a failure. So I mean, I think that sometimes when we see that other person potentially step backwards, we need to ask, not what happened, but what is their strategy? Is there a strategy? Because when a person is strategizing to really achieve massive success, sometimes going backwards to learn the necessary skill sets to achieve the next milestone is essential. Number 2, life grows in cycles, not straight lines. I already mentioned it, and I think that's very, very important to understand. Life grows in cycles, not straight lines. And I truly believe that in life there is seasons. Like probably the best example is like we have 4 seasons. So we have winter, we have spring, we have summer, we have autumn, and different season brings different parts of nature. And I think that in life we have as well cycles and seasons. And different part of the cycle, different part of the season brings different parts of us. And if we do not accept it, if we live without seasons, sometimes we can potentially really try to plant a seed in the winter. Will that seed will grow as it could be? No. So being able to understand what kind of season you are, if you are in a winter season, maybe you need to reflect more and step back to grow yourself, improve yourself, understand about yourself, build awareness, and then execute and plant the seeds in the spring. So when you think about stepping back, knowing that life is cycles, sometimes you need to step back because based on the current season that you're in. Number 3, rest is progress too. This is beautiful. Rest is progress too. And the easiest example is going to a gym. You're not able to exercise 24 hours and expect the best results. No, you really need to do the best you can, very productive for 2 hours straight. And then you give yourself enough time to recover and rebuild your muscle. Rebuild all the things that you need to recover, and the rest is progress. At that moment, rest is progress. Because if you will not rest, if you will not give enough time to recovery, you will not see progress. Or if you will see the progress will be diminished because you do not allow yourself to step back and rest at that time. Very powerful. Number 4, clarity comes in the pause. Clarity comes in the pause. So that means that when we look into study, be able to really stop, rest for a second, and really reflect on the most important things. Clarity comes in pause. So that means when you think about it, there could be so many things to consider, but when we sit down and reflect and okay, what is the most important thing? What are the major things? Because if you do not pause, all the things will mesh into between the major and minor things. And we will not understand what is major and what is minor. And if we do not know what is major and what is minor, sometimes we can start investing our time on minor things rather than on major things. And that's a huge thing. When you spend a year on minor thing and you realize that I wasted so much time and I didn't develop skill sets that is in major list and I focused on the things that was just in a minor. So clarity comes from pause, from stepping back, from pushing and hustling and moving things forward. That is essential. But pause and stepping back is important because that gives clarity. When you move to momentum, you're able to really move to the right direction. Number 5 is backward is often forward in disguise. And this is interesting. Actually, for me, probably one of the best examples for that backwards is often forward in disguise, is that a person lived in a massive mansion, massive house, and said that I don't want to have those big loans. I don't want to have the debt on me. So what I will do, I will downgrade. I will sell this massive house. I will start to rent a small house, and all the leftovers will go to pay out the debt and into investments. So this is potentially in other people's eyes is backwards. What happens? That you're not able to make as much money? Well, what happens? So potentially external world could be invalidating, but you internally know that this is the best thing for you because backwards in external living allows you to really start doing the right thing, focus on major thing, pay out the debt, invest in things, and in couple years you will outperform all the people who didn't potentially believe in you and they thought it is a wrong thing to downgrade itself. I truly believe in sacrificing a couple of years to really have a better future tomorrow. Number 6 is intentionality makes the difference. I think that when I think about stepping back is I love the one thing that I learned from John C. Maxwell, and he gave examples like if you in a fight in UFC or a boxing and you get knocked out once, you get knocked out second time, you get knocked out third time, you're on the ground, and John C. Maxwell said what you need to do that, not stand up. This is not the most important thing for you right now. What you need to do is stay on the ground for a bit. Count till 9 until you're able to stand. Get to composure of yourself. Understand why you were beaten to the ground. And I think that intentionality makes a difference. So it means that when you intentionally get back, when you know exactly why you fell down, and you step back because of that, I think that intentionality is such a beautiful thing because it allows to build yourself up. Because if you're not intentional about moving forward, what happens is that will lead to get knocked out to the ground again. So I think that is very, very, very important to have that intentionality. And of course, that's I love John C. Maxwell. I love the way how he shares and how intentional living is important. And one of the best books I have read was Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. And he says that no one climbed the mountain by accident. If you want to achieve it, you need to have intentionality. And I think that in stepping backwards as well, when we think about stepping backwards, we need to understand what is the reason for stepping back. Because sometimes people say, oh, I feel that I need to step back. You feel, or you have some intention to step back. Because when you have intention to step back for a reason, I think that you're able to use that stepping back for your good rather than for the construction. And then number 7, I think this is intertwined a little bit with number 6, is the leap is born in retreat. The leap is born in the retreat. That's the beautiful thing. Because let's say that you're pursuing some big, massive dream, massive vision, and you have that dedication, determination in your heart. And sometimes the best thing to do is step back and really invest in yourself a lot in growth, reading, developing yourself, in developing skills, writing. Because some writers, that's what they do. They leave everything behind. They write book for 2 years, come back, and they have the best book bestseller book because they're a cheater. They allow themselves to really be in that step backwards season, even though that if some other people, it might be not that it could seem as not stepping backwards writing a book. But again, some other people say like, okay, I step back from all the things that I was doing and I focus on this thing. I focus on myself. I focus on understanding. I focus on clarity. There's something that's very important right now for you, and stepping back and removing all the other parts of your life might be the best thing for you. So leap is born in retreat. Such a powerful lesson. So when we're able to look into our future and say, like, what kind of leap do I need to have and see in my life right now? And what kind of retreat could I do right now? In what areas of my life I could do retreat? Maybe do less of things. Maybe that is not as important. Maybe those are minor. Maybe it's important, but not priorities. And able to retreat for those things to have the leap of my life. That is again stepping forwards with intentionality. So I want you to reflect as well. What are the areas in your life maybe you need to step backwards that you can really achieve better success and achieve the vision that you have set for yourself? So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.